Yeah, I mean, it is going to be until, like, you know, later on. Yeah, I am. Okay, I guess we're recording. Hello! It's been a while since I recorded anything on camera, because I have intense social anxiety. Now, as some people that follow me on social media may know, I had some plans at the con that I attended over the weekend. Now, the con I attended over the weekend was Megacon, which is a new convention in the UK, and I thought it would be really nice to talk about my experience at the con and all of the really cool parts about it. Luckily, I had a great time, spoilers, but my original plan was to record before the convention, at the convention, after the convention. Unfortunately, I forgot to record before the convention, so everything is fucked up and awful. This video is going to be split into 3 different sort of types of thing. So some of it's going to be being on camera like this. Some of it's going to be clips from the convention, and some of it is just going to be voiceover, whether that's over clips from the con or over me doing stuff on camera like this, like showing off merch and stuff. Overall, my goal with this is to do the shittiest con review that you've ever seen. I don't know if con reviews are even really a thing. I just thought it would be fucking funny to give it a try. So, and it's too late now because I've already committed. Yay! Is it too late to go back on my life decisions? I think it is. So, let's get into it. It's me, boy. I'm the audio Coco. So, first and foremost, I want to talk about the story behind Megacon and why I was attending this con in the first place. My original plan was to attend Birmingham MCM in March, but this was cancelled because MCM basically cancelled all of their events because they don't care about their events outside of London. So basically, Megacon took over all of the old events, and I was like, oh, cool. Apparently, some of the staff involved in this event are people that used to be involved with the old MCM events before they were taken up by ReedPop. And I thought it'd be quite interesting to attend because a lot of recent discourse about MCM has been about how it's not like the old days where the people in charge of the convention used to, you know, care about it. So I thought it'd be interesting to go and see if an event being ran by these old organizers would make a difference. Because of who the founders / organizers are and what they've been involved with in the past, I am probably going to be bringing up MCM a lot in this video as like a comparison. So regardless of all that, it's time to get into the goddamn con review, boys. So, being the dipshit that I am, I decided that I didn't need to get a hotel for this con because I could just travel in fine. Which was all well and good until we didn't book seats for the train, so I didn't get to film any funky train footage except for this dog shit. I'm recording you. Hello. But despite being stuck on a British train service, we did eventually get to the convention, which is good. Now, the big difference between MCM and Megacon is Megacon basically consisted of one hall, while MCM has a few of those bad boys, and you could kind of really tell just in terms of like how much was in there. Honestly though, since the attendance numbers weren't that big, it's not that big a deal. One thing I did find quite poggers about the con hall was the focus on independent artists rather than like big vendors and stuff. At least in terms of recent conventions and stuff, I've noticed that a lot of them just tend to have way too little focus on actual artists, and it's something that annoys me because that is my favorite part of conventions. Like, there's only so many times you can see the same Funko stall over and over again before it starts to rot your fucking brain. So honestly, I really did appreciate the small business presence at this con, and I hope they keep this up in the future. I also feel a special need to give a shout out to the Pokemon fans because holy shit, you guys work fast. How do you guys already have merch of the new starters already? Yes, I bought it. Oh, it's so cute. Little lad. Oh my god. Ah, it's so cute. I love him so much. This is so cute, and I'm so glad that I'm already seeing merch pop up of the new starters because I love them so much. I actually recorded footage of some of the other merch that I got at the con, but I'm gonna leave that for the end because I think it'll be a little bit more fitting there. Not only that, but I would like to focus on some of the other sellers too. So, with some of the other sellers that were in Megacon, it was fairly standard in terms of what was there. We had our usual overpriced anime figure stalls, as well as your usual overpriced general merch stores. I will say that the sellers they had were definitely very diverse, and it was really nice to have an actual nice range of things at the convention. As per usual, Tokyo Toys was at the convention, selling multitudes of different weeb shit. And I made it my mission for the convention to find as many versions of this specific Miku figure that haunts my nightmares as I physically could, because I find this figure inherently very funny on a level that I can't really explain. By the end of the day, I found 2. Overall, the tables were pretty spread out, which was nice considering, you know, the funny virus is still a thing. But I'm not gonna lie, there was also a good bit of empty space, including this one empty table that, like, was just inherently very funny to me for some reason. However, that being said, there was an issue that I noticed throughout the convention, and it's an issue that many a con has had in the past. Creamy. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, since Megacon was a first time convention, I'm not really surprised that this was a problem. I'm more disappointed. I'd say about 90% of the stalls that were there were absolutely legit and didn't have any issues at all. However, I would be stupid to not acknowledge the 10% of very obvious bootleg stalls that were there. For example, the J-Fashion stall that was there, the really big one, yeah, I am 99% sure they were selling like replicas from AliExpress for like very expensive prices. Not only that, but there were obviously some stolen designs used on some of the clothing, and there was also the stall that was selling the most horrendously terrifying Q-Posket keyrings that I've ever seen. Now, in the defense of Megacon, I don't really think this was like a Megacon problem. In fact, I have absolutely seen these same sellers at other conventions, especially MCM, surprisingly. I also believe some of these sellers were reported to staff throughout the day and nothing was done about it. But I felt it would be very important to mention these bootlegs since there were people that were uninformed about these being bootlegs that were buying them, and I don't think that's fair at all. That being said, I don't think this is something that's make or break for the convention, but they need to do better background checks on the sellers that are there, in my opinion, because this wasn't an isolated incident. Babe, what do you mean you don't want the Sword Art Online bag? So there is a part of Megacon that I didn't get on camera that I really want to talk about because I think it's important. And the main reason I think it's important is it is a major complaint that a lot of people, me included, had about the convention. That was the Talkfest attendees. So while this isn't technically the fault of Megacon themselves, it is partially on Megacon, and the reason why is for some reason Talkfest attendees were allowed into Megacon after 12 o'clock. Bear in mind, I only went the one day, so I don't know if it was the same on Sunday. A lot of these attendees were very disrespectful of a lot of people's boundaries and just did a lot of shitty stuff. So off the top of my head, I know myself and multiple other people were unfortunately the victims of having photos sniped of us, which if you don't know, that is when people take photos of you without your consent at a convention, which is objectively a bad thing to do. Because of the sniping, a lot of people felt pretty uncomfortable at the con and pretty unsafe. The other issue is that, and I don't know how true this is just what I've heard, but there was a general attitude that a lot of the Talkfest attendees were being extremely rude to vendors and to people just attending the convention. There were people walking through photos, there were people just being extremely fucking nasty to the sellers at the convention, which is just unfair because like what is the need? So while this isn't necessarily something at the regular attendees of the convention, I honestly think that for the next year of this con, at the very least, they should just not let the Talkfest attendees in. I think it ended up being a better idea in theory, but the demographic of people that are going to attend a TikTok convention are the types of people that we most likely do not want inside of a regular con for reasons like this. In the current state that it was implemented, I don't think this is the greatest idea, and I don't think they should do that again if they're planning on running it that way again. But that's just my opinion on that.
Now, I think the biggest benefit about having something like this in the NEC is the area outside of the NEC is really goddamn nice. Now, a little bit of backstory, I have never actually been in this outside area before attending this convention, and the main reason why is because it is a big walk from where the MCM halls usually are. But because the weather was really nice, I ended up going outside to meet some friends, and oh my god, it is so nice out there. I ended up taking a lot of footage out here just because I really liked how it looked, and not only that, but I took a lot of photos out there because I'm a little attention whore.
Okay, so I don't know how the audio on this is going to come out, but I didn't know this area actually existed. Like, I kind of just thought it was somewhere near the con, but like not actually here. But it's like just outside of the NEC, and it's so fucking nice. What the fuck? It's Weezer car time.
Anyway, we need a Weezer picture.
I think a really good benefit of being in the NEC for events is that it's just generally quite nice for doing things like this. I definitely feel like this is one of the benefits of the new halls, even though I overall have mixed feelings. But honestly, I was just enjoying feeling the breeze against my skin because inside of the con hall was very, very stuffy.
I am sweating so fucking hard.
Also important to note, when we came in from the outside is when we started to get like mildly delirious because we were tired, and it just went downhill.
Anyway, so femboys.
I believe this is also around when the masquerade started. Now there were a lot of issues with the masquerade from what I heard, but I wasn't there, so I can't really like tell you. I just took the chance to go around all the stalls I didn't get to see before, to be honest. However, this was the time of the day where the con hall was very quiet because most people realized it was way nicer outside. And also the point in which the con hall got incredibly fucking loud.
Con hall is fucking loud.
Yeah, the point is, this is kind of where the actual, like, good footage started to end because I was tired and couldn't be fucked to film good. Yeah, the original plan for this part of the video was to put in some cosplay footage that I took, but I forgot to actually take a lot of good cosplay footage. It's mostly just me and the boys shitposting. So here are the crumbs of cosplay footage I took. There are a lot of amazing cosplays at this con, I just did kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I could trigger it manually, but I'd have to have my phone in my hand for that.
Did you have to sit your ass out? True. True.
Believe me, if I had the full range of motion, my knees would be on the ground.
Fair enough, fair enough.
If I do this again, please cosplayers let me film you at con, it's very important. But yeah, at this point we were done with the most important part of the convention, so we decided to go to the next most important part, Weatherspoons.
My life feels like it's improved significantly with this cold beverage.
You live a sad life, babe.
I do. I do live a sad life.
You're the main cause of the sadness now.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. It's spoons time. It's spoons time.
We should just go to Spoons at some point so that can have a proper Spoons experience.
True. This is rather mid-spoons, I'm not gonna lie, but...
Mainly the best thing about Spoons is when you can order it to the table and then you're just like, oh, another drink because your alcoholic friend has ordered plenty. When I overwhelmed.
Overwhelming D's.
These what?
These nuts. Tell me in visceral detail. Oh, okay.
But yeah, this was the point in which I decided to de-assify myself, get into normal people clothes, and eat my nachos in peace. Oh, and then we went home because we were all tired. And so with that, I'm gonna end my commentary on what I did after the convention and talk about the important thing. Was Megacon worth it? I will say that despite its flaws, I had an amazing time at Megacon. I think a lot of it was just the general vibe, which was created by the attendees. I think if you're looking for a cosplay-centric convention, this is definitely one to look out for in the future, because I can easily see this becoming a very cosplay-focused convention. I think a lot of the flaws with the convention were just general flaws of it being the first time a Megacon is running, and I honestly can easily see this being something they improve on in the future. So yeah, I honestly do think Megacon was worth it, and I really can't wait to see what the organisers do with this convention in the future. I genuinely think there is a lot of potential for this convention, and even though the issues in this first time round were definitely prevalent, I don't necessarily think these issues are completely make or break, and I can easily see this becoming an amazing con in the future. I honestly really hope that if people who work for Megacon or have any involvement with them are watching this, I really hope that some of the feedback is taken on board for next time, because I think it would be nice to see some improvements. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say on this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a very different type of content to what I usually make. I really want to make more content like this in future because filming at cons is honestly incredibly fun, and honestly, I just think it makes for quite fun content. Thank you so much for watching my stupid little con review, and if you enjoyed this, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment about your own opinions of the convention if you were there, or any thoughts that you have about what I said. You can find me over on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and if you want to give me a little bit of financial support, I have a coffee in my description if you want to tip me something. I don't know. Still feel really weird about shilling that. But regardless, thank you so much for watching, and now we will move on to me showing off the funky stuff I bought at con.
Oh my god. Okay, so I bought this cute little hotel pin. It's really cute, don't get me wrong, but I wanted more child merch, and I wanted, well, my goal was child and hotel, but I only managed to really find hotel stuff, and I only ended up getting this pin because I couldn't find any child straps, and that's all I wanted. Also, the coolest part about cons being now, there's Hololive merch. Cute little Miku? It's Miko! I got a Sakura Miko strap. I am going to make this my personality. Yeah, okay, so I did record this, I believe. I ended up buying these stickers because I thought they were really funny. I'm a little nerd for the Snap Cube, Sonic the Hedgehog. I am going to use this sticker in the stupidest way I physically can. I usually do not buy sticker sheets, but I genuinely couldn't help myself. From the same seller, I got this badge of Lysithea, and if you didn't know, I was cosplaying Lysithea at the convention, so I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cute if I got a Lysithea pin? I got a bunch of other pins as well. Why did I buy so many pins? Oh my god. So there was a seller, I don't remember the name of the seller. I probably should have kept everything in the designated bag, but yeah, I got a bunch of these cute little badges. So there's Hydro symbol, fuck. I got a Rhina titty, focus. Rhina titty appreciation. It's not focusing. I got the bark badge for, when I'm feeling barky. MILF badge, woo, boobies. The himbo badge, woo. And then Beto, mommy, step on me, please, fuck. Those badge sets were really cool. They had a lot more, but I was struggling to choose between them, so. Pronoun badge, if you don't know, I do go by any pronouns, and I've been meaning to get a pronoun badge for a very long time. Reason being that even though I present quite femininely, a lot of people aren't aware that I do use multiple pronouns, and I am not cisgender, so it was nice to have something like that. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I'm glad to finally have one, to be honest. So there was a seller at the convention who was selling this really adorable charm of Kaine from near. I'll crack this bad boy open. Yeah, baby! Woo! And, oh, yeah. It's just this cute little charm of Kaine. It's very rare to find merch of Kaine. She's one of my favorite characters of all time, so I was really glad to actually see some stuff of her for once. Along with that, the seller actually gave me this sticker of Kaine too. Apparently it was the last one that they had. So they were like, you know what? You're the Kaine enjoyer here. You can have it. Thank you. I love you. So I actually unpacked this yesterday, and that is from this seller, Inked Paws, and it's this honestly adorable Beiguang, Beidou and Ningguang keyring. I really love these two characters so much. It's double-sided, it's adorable, and honestly I was surprised at the amount of Ganqing and Beidou and Ningguang that I saw at this convention. So yeah, I was really glad to actually see some merch for them. Got this pin of Neptune from Sailor Moon as a little cat. This pin, it's really cute. I'm gonna take that out at some point and put it in my eater bag. That's all the stuff I bought, and hopefully I can edit this into the video well. Woo!
Oh, and there was also him.